Jenna was excited after a long drive and decided to check into the first motel she found. It was an old rundown place on the outskirts of town, but she was too tired to be picky. Two neon signs flickered ominously as she approached in the reception desk where wore a looking clear handled her day key to room 13. As she walked down the dimly lit hall, Jenna couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. The air felt heavy, and she slighted was aversive. She found the room 13 at the end of the corridor and unlocked the door. The room was small and snobby, with faded wallpaper and a musty smell. The only piece of furniture that stood out was an ornate antique mirror hanging on the wall opposite the bed. Too tired to care, Jenna dropped her bags and the coal spade into the bed. She glanced at the mirror, feeling a slight unease at the way it seemed to dominate the room. She quickly dismissed the feeling, attributed it to her father, and fell into a restless sleep. In the middle of night, Jenna was jolted awake by a strange sound. It was a soft whispering like multiple voices murmuring just a bit behind the threshold. Off hearing, she sat up, heard it pounding, and looked around the room. Everything seemed normal except for the mirror. The surface of the glass seemed to shimmer, and for a moment she thought she saw a shadow moving with it. She got out of bed, approached the mirror, her curious piqued as she got closer. The whispers grew louder, more distant. She could hear a fragment of a sentence disappeared place and the chilling threats. Jenna's reflection started back at her, but something was wrong. The eyes in the mirror seemed to follow her every move, the- and the expression on her face twisted into the sinuous grin. Terrified, Jenna tried to look away, but she couldn't. The mirror held her gaze, and the whispers became screams. Her reflections hand reached out from the glass, fingers glowing on the surface as if trying to break free. Jen stumbled backwards, horrified, and the room was filling with a blinded light. When the light faded, she found herself lying on the floor, drenched in sweat. The mirror was shattered in the pieces scattered across the room. She scrambled to her feet and ran out of the room, not stopping until she reached the reception desk. The clerk looked up, started as the brief briefly explained what happened. The clerk face pallid and he shook his head. Room 13 has been closed for years, he said. No one's supposed to go in there. The last guest who stayed in that room disappeared without a trace. Jenna blood ran cold. She grabbed her belongings and fled the motel, never looking back. She couldn't forget the horrors she had witnessed or the feeling that something from the mirror had fallen her up. Even in the safety of her home, she couldn't feel his presence, waiting for the right moment to reach out from the darkness once more. Megan had always been intrigued by the old house, and when she saw the abandoned Victorian mansion at the edge of town, she couldn't resist. Explored it. It was a gloomy, overcast day, the perfect atmosphere for the little adventure. The house was said to be haunted, but Megan didn't believe it in the ghost. She just wanted to see the architecture and to maybe take some interesting photographs. The front door creaked ominously as she pushed it open. Inside the air was a thick with a dust and the skin of a daisy. Cobweb dropped the corners and the once grand chandelier hung precariously from the ceiling. Megan wandered from room to room, taking in the early beauty of the decided interior. In the parlor, she found a large orange mirror. It was covered in a thick layer of dust, but something about it drew her in. She wiped away the grime with her sleeve, revealing the glass beneath her reflection started back at her. But something was off. The room behind her in the reflection was not the same room she was standing in. If you like the video, subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Bye guys.